Iaorana, everybody. Welcome to my very first ever YouTube video. Just a little bit of information about me. I had a back surgery about 4 weeks ago, so I can't go to work right now, and I've been pretty bored. So I decided I would try something totally different and make a YouTube channel and talk about chickens. We started our chicken journey about a year and a half ago, where my wife was gifted some chickens by our daughter for Mother's Day. Somehow, I ended up becoming a lot more interested in them, even though the whole family loves them anyway. Since then, that initial group of 6 chickens we have are our OG girls, and we have added another 12 to our with the second flock in the spring. So I'm here to talk a little bit about that. I'm a beginner chicken keeper, and this is for other beginner chicken keepers. Hopefully, some of the information I share will be helpful to you, and I appreciate any feedback you guys have. I don't know much about the video process, the editing process, the YouTube process, so just giving it a shot. First, I want to give a couple shout outs. Shout out to my wife, who's like the best person in the world, and to my daughter who got us our first chickens, and my other daughter who convinced me to try to do this YouTube channel thing. You'll notice the shirt I'm wearing, this is from Tahiti. That is where my father's from. I'm very closely connected to my Tahitian heritage, even though I'm here in sunny Southern California. Give you a little bit of information. We have, like I said, we've got some leghorns here. We've got 5 white leghorns that we got from a hatchery this spring. They're 5 months old. We've got 2 Jersey Giants and 2 light Brahmas also in this coop. And we have 3 little silkies who are super sweet, which was not part of the original plan. But we had tried to get one, and we lost a chick very early on. And one of the breeders in Southern California was so kind and gifted us 3 beautiful little silkies that we absolutely love and adore. One of them turned out to be a rooster, and that's Gizmo. I'll show you him a little bit later. This is Mama Roo. My daughter named her. Hard to see her face because she's so fluffy. There she is, Mama Roo. She's just awesome. She is 7 months old. She's a little bit older than everybody else. She laid her first egg last week. Apologize for the noise. It's the tarp overhead that makes a lot of noise. Apologize for that. Like I said, don't know too much about the video stuff, but you okay, Mama Roo? Yeah, she is a sweetheart. We have a lot of fun with our chickens. Other shout outs I want to give some of the YouTubers that I've been watching very diligently for the last year and a half, learning a whole bunch of stuff, which has helped me to build this chicken coop. Well, it's a Tractor Supply coop, but still got it going. Using these CoopWorks feeders and waterers, super helpful. And I built a little tree thing back here so the chicken can go up there, and I've got some other roosting areas here that you can't see. You'll see in the back there, black dog, that's Bowie. She's our Great Dane Mastiff mix, and she's a sweetheart, and the chickens love her, and they don't bother her, and she doesn't bother them. And our other coop you'll see later, which has our OG girls, the ones that are almost a year and a half. And so, some shout outs, had to make the list, of YouTubers who have really given me a lot of inspiration, tons of information, tons of education on what to do about this, what to do about that. I started building my chicken first aid kit with a lot of the things that these folks have recommended, and I'm just kind of adding to it as it go along. But some of them, the very first one I wanted to give a shout out to is Brian from Next Level Homestead. I watched his video before we ever got chickens, and he had a list of his favorite chickens for beginners, and they were really nice. We didn't know anything about it. So we went to our local Cahoots animal store, pet store, and they had little chickens. And lo and behold, they had some of the chicken breeds he mentioned. So those first breeds, we got 2 Buff Orpingtons, 2 Kookamarans, and 2 Easter eggs. Now, never did it occur to me that those could be male. It could be rooster. I just assumed. The guy goes, oh no, they're pretty much 1 out of 10 might be a rooster, so you're pretty much going to get all females. Lo and behold, I got all females. And out of that first group, The Cucamarans lay a little bit of darker egg. The Buffalo Pittings lay like a light, almost pinkish egg. And the Easter eggers, one lays blue, one lays green. So in my first 6 ones, I got like this cool little rainbow assortment of eggs. I did a little more research. So on the second group that we got this spring, I wanted to get some different ones. I wanted to add a little bit more egg laying capability. So I ordered 2 leghorns, and the breeder there at the hatchery sent me 5. So we have 5 leghorns who are super awesome. Everyone says they're flighty. They are a little bit flighty, but actually ours are really chill. And they'll jump up on my lap, and they'll let me pet them, and they're fun to be around. I also got 2 Jersey Giants and 2 Brahmas, which everyone said, oh, they're so sweet, they're so nice. Those ended up being little turds, and pick on the little ones a lot. So you'll notice the Jersey Giants, if you see them, I put those little peepers on them for now, about a week ago, and also one of the Brahmas too, because they were just picking the heck out of our littlest. This is our other little safety. This is our showgirl. This is our little showgirl Lola. See her? Here's Lola. Lola, say hello. Say hello, Lola. So because Lola is a showgirl, this coop is called the Copacabana. For those of you who are old enough to know, you know. Lola is our littlest, sweetest little silky girl. Our little sweet little cute little showgirl. Sometimes I trim the feathers around their eyes so they can see a little bit better. She is 6 months old, a little bit older. And and this is the only little rooster. This is Gizmo. And he is also one of these beautiful blue little silkies. He's super awesome. They all have the 5 toes and the black everything, black skin. He's got this purple little walnut thing on his head, his wattle and his cone are awesome. And he's a really great little rooster. He actually, I see him doing a little tidbit thing where he shows the other chickens where the treats are, and he made some attempts to mate with the Jersey Giants and the Brahmas, which wasn't very successful because they're a whole bigger than him. But he does his best. Wasn't our plan to have a rooster, but he is so sweet. We love him to death. All right, Gizmo. Here you go. Oh. Sorry, I'm sitting down. Remember, I got my back surgery, so got to be careful. So that was Brian with Next Level Homes. He's the one who said, these are the really nicest breeds. So that's what we started with, and he was so right. Also, wanted to give some big shout outs to Matt and Carolina Coops. I just envy those coops. Those are freaking awesome. Not in my budget. Maybe someday down the road, maybe some luck changes or whatever, but I do like to watch how they do things because maybe I can replicate some of those things. Like I saw recently how they wrap a rope around their roosting bars, and so I'm gonna look at maybe adding some rope onto the roosting bars to give the chickens a little bit more balanced footrest. I also widened my roosting bars because of them, and they had said that they needed to be a little bit wider because the ones that came with the coop originally were really about an inch, inch and a half, and so I made it like 3 inches and on the others, so they're a little bit easier for the chickens to stand on. A couple of the YouTubers who are super awesome, Jake and the family from White House on the Hill. This guy works so freaking hard. He's constantly building things. I don't know how this guy has the time. He's got emus and peacocks and finches and I don't know, all sorts of kinds of birds and other animals too. And their whole family works hard. This guy looks like he's up going from sun up to sundown. Super hardworking guy. Cool channel. Love to watch those guys. Dahlia from Welcome to Chickenlandia. She's hilarious and she's so educational. She just seems like a super nice person. I think she's a teacher or something like that, but she gives really great tips on natural ways to help chickens that might be having health problems. Looks like she rescues a lot of chickens, and so it's really cool to hear about her journey too, and to see her little chickens. She's got all sorts of different kinds. She's got ducks. She's got a couple of oddball ends and things, but she's really helpful to talk about, you know, the life cycle of chickens, and she really loves her chickens. So I think that's cool. Another person is Noelle from Mojo Homestead of Florida. Mojo of Florida. She seems really cool. She's a breeder, and she looks like she sells, she'll ship eggs that she breeds. And I really like her no nonsense approach to some of the problems that she has. Uh, she'll share some of the less glamorous parts of chicken keeping, and she'll say, "Hey, I'm gonna show you some pictures of chicken poop or something like that that isn't very glamorous. She'll give you a little warning, but then she'll go into it." And I really appreciate somebody talking about that kind of stuff because I don't know where else to get this kind of information. So YouTube's been the place for me. And and the last one I want to talk about is Savannah from Hotness Homestead. She's just an awesome content creator, first of all. But I mean, she also shares a lot of personal information, which, I don't know about all that. Hard for me to picture myself doing that, but she is awesome content. She really talked about the chickens. I can see she has a passion and love for them. She's learned a ton about incubating and some of the things that she does to her, how she works on egg color selection is kind of her focus. And there's a bunch of other content creators that I haven't mentioned, but shout out to all of you guys who post stuff. The breeders on Facebook, there's a bunch of them. I've reached out, like I said, the one breeder, Hoppers and Hens in Southern California, who's the one who gifted us these 3 awesome silkies when we lost our little chick, and my goodness, we couldn't have been happier to have these. Hello, come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Come here, come here. Come on. Come on. All right. Okay. Oh, you don't like the mic? Okay. So shout out to all those other breeders and people that have chickens, Facebook pages, the YouTube channel. Anyway, so that's a little bit about me. We'll introduce you a little bit more about our chicken feed. I've also got a ring camera in here, which I really like to watch in the mornings. I can see them all coming out here. I've got the run chicken automatic door that goes up with the sun and goes down with the sun. Although I will say it took the Silkies months to figure out how to use that thing. What helped was I ended up putting non-skid tape on the ramp because the Silkies, because they're little fluffy feet, they were like sliding on it. I think it was scaring them, and because their head's so fluffy, maybe they can't see so good. So I put some non-skid tape on the ramp so that they had better grip when they're going up or down, but they still wouldn't go in. Then I finally bit the bullet. I saw there's another couple silky breeders, and they'll like put their fluff up in like a little, I don't know, like a ponytail or something with painter's tape. I tried it. It was a hot mess. I was like yanking their feathers out. I couldn't figure it out with my big clumsy mitts. So I just took one of my beard trimmers and kind of went carefully around their eyes so that they could see a little bit better. And then after that, and every night we'd come in after everyone went in, the door closed. We'd go out there, take the Silkies, open the door with the little Bluetooth remote thing, and then put the Silkies inside and then shut them down. They won't go on the roost in there, but I'm not worried about it. As long as they're inside and more protected is what we're looking for. And it took so long, and eventually one at a time, they all started going up. Now every night, Silkies go up into the coop, and we're super happy about that. All right, so I've got a ring camera in here. I'm trying to figure out if anybody knows how to do it. See if I can have that set up so that people can subscribe and they can watch them in the morning. Because sometimes it's just relaxing to watch them walk around, and that'll be fun to kind of share with you guys. I've got one inside the coop too, where you can kind of see them where they lay the eggs. I actually haven't seen them actually lay an egg, but I see them go into the little nesting boxes. I've got one in the other coop too. I need to change that camera position. It's not really the best position. But anyway, so welcome. This is my first video. I hope you liked it. And like I said, I'm going to try to do content and share a little bit more about my chicken journey. Thanks.